We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago White Sox and the Minnesota Twins. It's Baseball on the Show, and it's coming up next. Bert Blyleven, a native of the Netherlands, will be the starter. What's your take on him, Dan?
This guy's kind of hard to figure out. You'd think most pitchers would love pitching in their home ballpark, but he's struggled at home so far this season. There hasn't been a lot of home cooking for this guy, and that's something he needs to turn around in a big way.
In now, Ray Durham, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
The second baseman.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First pitch of the ball game misses here, and that's how we begin this four-game weekend set. And guys, as we take a look at the Twins at the start of play here tonight, they've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty B, we've got a team here that's been playing some pretty good baseball. They're not quite in first place yet, D-Row, but they're playing good, and they'd like to stay competitive through the month of May.
Yeah, they've played okay. Let's be honest. They've hit okay. They've pitched okay. They're capable of much better than this, but it's early. We find ourselves just in the early phases of May. Ride it out and find a way to get hot.
Temperature starting to drop as the sun goes down. 56 degrees here at first pitch. The 3-0 pitch.
Finally got one over. Nothing worse than starting the game with a 4-pitch walk.
The 3-1. Takes a strike for a full count now, 3-2. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Hunter. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Batting second, the third baseman, Todd Frazier.
So the bases are empty with one man gone, and standing in a power threat in Todd Frazier, the third baseman. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Hit back up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That lawn dart felt so good.
Oh, Dero, this guy's been due. He really needed that one.
Striding in, Frank Thomas. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And there are our umpires for this one. Working balls and strikes will be Mr. Darryl Parker.
Well, Dero, Darryl Parker behind the dish, and you never really know what you're going to get from this guy.
Yeah, sometimes, and I'd hate to be mean and say he flips a coin back there because that's not the case. But as an offensive player, you have to find a consistent zone. You just can't.
And he is in there.
Hey, a little top-of-the-order lightning right here, Dan. The second and third guys in the batting order throw knocks out there, and now you're staring a monster in the face.
Dero, this is just what you don't want to face as a pitcher, right? You get the 2 and 3 hole guys up, and all of a sudden now it's 4, 5, and 6 going to have to get through the meat of this tough batting order.
At the plate now, Jermaine Dye. On a line, that's a base hit. And the run will trot home to score from third as the White Sox claim the early 1-0 lead.
Definitely a solid way to start the game offensively. It always feels great to jump out to a 1-0 lead in the first inning, but now they've got a chance to really set the tone. 2 more runners in scoring position that they obviously don't want to leave out there.
So here's Jose Abreu as he'll take a look at ball 1.
Tough situation early out on the mound, but if he can limit the damage right here, might build some confidence and get him rolling.
Thomas on third. Dye at second with 1 away. A ball and a strike now to Jose Abreu.
Hey, I love that pitch right there. Better execution after just giving up an extra base hit.
And a fastball that misses up in the zone here. It's 2-1.
It's not easy to continue pounding the strike zone when you've given up 3 consecutive hits, but he has to trust that getting the ball down in the zone will get him an out.
Belted high in the air out to left. Looking up is the left fielder. Gone! So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. Home run number 5 on the year as the White Sox have opened things up a little bit further. It's now 4-0.
Loved a homer in the top of the first inning. Give your pitcher a chance to kind of regroup and gather himself with an early lead.
Now at the plate, Minnie Minoso. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1-0.
He definitely doesn't look himself to start this one, and this lineup needs to be on the attack early and be aggressive and find a way to stay in this game.
The 1-0. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. 4 runs here in this half inning. A ball and 2 strikes now.
1 ball, 2 strikes now.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Coming to the plate now, Aaron Rowan, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And the pitch.
Ball 1, no strike. Whoa, that's down.
Two out, nobody on. 3-0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
The 3-1. Finds the zone to fill the count. 3-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Olivo is there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. On to the bottom of the first. It's now 4-0 Chi Sox. Wood, a left-hander from Massachusetts, will be doing the starting pitching here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. 1 good game, 1 bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
First pitch of the at-bat. Torrey Hunter is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, coming off a 500 homestand, you would have liked to have played better in front of your home crowd. I get that. But they have a chance to right the ship right here. get on the winning side, push forward. Game 1 of this road trip, it's not going to be easy.
Two and one now to the Twins leadoff man. Looking at his career totals, Hunter enters the day with a slugging percentage in the 460s, a number he can be proud of. A swing and a ground ball to third. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
Batting second, the second baseman, Ryan Johnson.
Brian Dozier at the plate. As he'll watch a knuckleball that dances its way in there for strike one. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball one. And there goes Hunter. Strike called. Now the throw down. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
It's a little surprising to see them risking base runners by stealing down this many early in the game, but they're choosing to be aggressive. Might work out if they can drive him in now and chip away at that deficit.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. And another foul ball. And it's fouled away. No one out with a runner at second. Into the corner and slicing foul. Again, a 1-2. Down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And he'll get to see another one. It'll be the 10th pitch of this at bat. Ready with the 1-2.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him, so we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
Making him work here as the knuckleball misses to run the count full.
Hey, this has been an epic at-bat right here. I don't blame the pitcher for a little nibbling right there. Maybe get a swing and a miss. He didn't bite on that one, so now we go full count.
Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. And he misses there for ball four. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Now batting, Roy Seaver. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Big spot right here. Got to find a way to get back in this ball game and scratch a run across.
None out, runners at first and second. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Left fielder looking up at the track. The wall. Gone all the way into the upper deck. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. 7 home runs for him on the year now as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
Well, with no outs, you can afford to give up a single, but you can't afford to give up a 3-run homer. He just caught too much of the plate. Now he's back to the drawing board. No outs, and the inning is already an ugly one.
Max Kepler, the next to grab a bat.
The designated hitter.
Yes, he'll take a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Still plenty to be desired in terms of batting average, down in the 180s entering play. 5 homers and a dozen RBIs. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. Rowan will back up and put this away for a long out, number 1.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, Bob Allison.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Bob Allison. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Ripped down the line, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Now the pitch. Knuckleball dances just inside that time. Hit on the ground to third. Throw to Thomas is in time for the out. Settling in now, Gary Coyote. Here comes the first pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will land untouched. The windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here, and when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys, and when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
Rowan is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. But the Twins do strike for 3, all coming on this 3-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's the White Sox 4 and the Twins 3. Stepping into the box, A.J. Pierzynski. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
Hit down the line at first, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen, if you can keep that pitch in your back pocket and pull it out when you need it, like he did right there, usually hitters, they don't stand a chance.
So now to the plate, Jose Valentin, as with 1 away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1. Hit hard on the ground to third. Throw gets him 2 down.
The batter in the park.
Into the box, Ray Durham. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB. Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I got to believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Sliced hard, but foul to the left. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the White Sox, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Coming to the plate now, Tony Olivo. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game.
Tony Olivo.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
In the air, down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. And this will be fouled away. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double.
Well, that will bring a smile to a manager's face every single time. First hitter of the inning just squares it up and bounces it over the fence. Even if it stays in the yard, that's a double either way.
Up next for Minnesota, Joe Mauer, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch on its way. Upper part of the zone there, but taken for a strike.
Looking for a productive at-bat here. Get that runner from second over to third.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. The next 0-2. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. Olivo is on his way home. And a relay to the plate. And not in time as the run scores.
Hey, there's a bullet base hit right to center field, Giro. Looked like there was going to be a close play at the plate. Good job of base running, rounding third, making sure that he was able to get in to score.
This is always one I wonder why the third base coach doesn't send more. You see more balls from the center fielder hit the mound and not make it all the way home with a lot of steam on it. Nice aggressive base running.
At the plate, Jorge Polanco, as he'll watch a knuckleball that finds the zone for strike one. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Oh, and 1, here it comes. Drives it out to deep right center field. Right fielder giving chase. He's there and records the first out.
Now batting, center fielder, Torrey Hunter.
In is Torrey Hunter. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Right fielder is on the run. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Here's Brian Dozier now. He worked a walk and came around to score in his first trip in this game. He's set. Here it comes. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Minoso is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. Thursday night baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. New inning set to get underway, and standing in a power threat in Todd Frazier, the third baseman. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Oh, that'll make you smile as a pitcher. You make a good pitch, you blow the guy's bat up, and then you make the play yourself. In your head, you're thinking, nice swing, meat.
Stepping into the box, Frank Thomas. He singled his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike.
Expect the guy on the mound to keep attacking the zone. He wants a quick inning, so he won't be nibbling.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a swing and a deep drive to right. Right fielder looking up. Gone! A solo home run for Big Frank Thomas, number 14 on the season, as they will take the lead here. It's now a 5-4 ball game.
Boy, this guy's hot right now. Hit a bomb yesterday and hit another tape measure shot today. When he gets hot, he hits them in bunches. This could be the beginning of one of those extended hot streaks.
To the plate now, Jermaine Dye,
The right fielder,
as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. The 1-0. Fouled off. One out, nobody on. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. That one's out of here. Back-to-back home runs. So a solo shot here to left center field. 4th home run for him on the season, and it's now 6-4. Stepping in now, Jose Abreu. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Sharp ground ball to third. And there's out number 2. Riding in once again, Minnie Minoso. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. That evens it up 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Outside and a full count, 3-2. Aaron Rowan would be next if they can keep this inning alive. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Man, you hate to give up a 2-out walk to anybody, but especially to a speed demon like him. Good chance he's running here, and good luck trying to stop him.
So coming to the plate, Aaron Rowan. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he fouls this one off. The 0-1 pitch.
Nope. Down 21.
A runner on first with 2 away. And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
He's been getting lit up all game, and there's a common denominator. He keeps missing right down the middle of the plate. Case in point with that last one.
Hit on the ground out to short. Short way to Dozier, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. And the White Sox are out in front, 6-4. Bottom of the 3rd now, and set to go is the rookie first baseman, Roy Seaver.
Not an easy thing to do because that knuckleball doesn't have a lot of velo. He was able to pull it, but keep it just enough fair for the long home run.
First offering on its way.
There's no way around it. This has been a rough start on the mound, so it'll be interesting to see how long that man is going to let him go. Maybe he settles in and can give you another inning or so, but I wouldn't bet on it at this point.
Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. There's a knuckleball that finds the highest part of the zone. Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball.
Tried to work in the backdoor breaking ball there for a strikeout, but he just couldn't quite get it to come back to the corner. That's a really tough pitch to hit if you can spot it.
Full count, 3-2. Now the pitch. Oh, and he can't hang on. And there's one down now.
Now batting.
For the plate now is the designated hitter, Max Kepler. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard up the middle. He's got it. Throw to Thomas is in time for the out.
Now batting.
At the plate, Bob Allison. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through for a hit. Throwing to second. The tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that, the side is retired. Down go the Twins in order. They trail it here 6-4. Start of the fourth upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Thanks, Matt. I had a chance to talk with White Sox manager Rick Renteria between innings about his thoughts on his lineup's performance. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said it's been a really complete effort from his hitters today that's resulted in them averaging 2 runs per inning right now. The table setters are doing their job, and the guys behind them have risen to the challenge of getting them home. There are a lot of happy hitters and coaches down here, guys.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Leading off for the White Sox.
All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring in the first-year catcher, A.J. Pierzynski.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Hey, you want to talk about being in the zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
And he watches this one in there for a high strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
High in the air, deep down the left field line. A ball that's carrying, and no one will track it down. The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
It's been a great job so far by the 8-hole hitter. If he finds a way to get on base, this could spell for a huge inning.
Hard ground ball to third. He's right there. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the fourth.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Jose Valentin, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This year against right-handed pitching, Valentin carries a hitting line just over the 280 plateau. The 1-1 home. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The batter on ball.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ray Durham. He'll swing it from the left side right here. First delivery to him on the way. The 1-0. The swing and a miss, strike 1.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
2-1 count to the Pale Hose leadoff hitter. Off-speed pitch, good for strike 2.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. They're up 6-4. Just about set to go for the last of the fourth. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Twins to discuss his thoughts on Minnesota's lineup so far. And he was very pleased with how little they're swinging and missing right now. Looking at the advanced data, our researchers found that about 9 of 10 swings are resulting in some sort of contact today, which is well above Major League average. The result has been a lot of balls in play, a lot of hits, and solid run production, guys.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Gary Coyote.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
The windup and the 0-1. Hard hit ball to second. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The right fielder, number 6.
Standing in, Tony Olivo. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at-bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
1-1. Ball that time.
Hey, after the double in his first at-bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Rowan comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for round number 2.
Now batting.
Into the box now, Joe Mauer. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Hey.
4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. Oh, good spot on the black for strike 2. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Twins are set down 1-2-3. Score remains steady at 6-4. Digging in to try it again, Todd Frazier. He was a ground out victim last time up. Now here's the pitch.
Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Hey, not a good spot to be, down 2-0. This guy has some serious pop at the plate. I'm expecting a big hack here.
And this is poured in at the letters. 2-1 now.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
The 2-1. 2-2 the count.
He was absolutely all over that fastball. Have to find a way to keep that fair.
Line to the right side. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Francisco Liriano, a southpaw standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen.
Francisco Liriano.
Standing in now, Frank Thomas, as he will take a look at strike one on a fastball right down the pipe. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Thomas is hitting just over the benchmark 300 plateau. Source of pride for him, I'm sure.
Matty, this is one of the best.
Hold on now, that ball is down and could score a run. And they'll add one more to the total as the score moves to 7-4 now.
Pitcher went to the well one too many times. Back-to-back fastballs. Hitter was able to keep his hands through, deliver a nice line drive.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Jermaine Dye. Already a home run and a double for him in this one.
Yeah, in his last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run, so it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
First pitch on its way.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
A runner at first with no outs here. Hit sharply but foul down the right side. Working for the punch out and the offering. Off the plate at 94, 1-2.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Fouled away. Nobody out, runner on first. And it's fouled away. Now that's popped up. Seaver has a play, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The batter, the designated hitter.
So to the plate is the White Sox DH, Jose Abreu. He has no prior history against this pitcher. First offering on its way. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And no one will get this one. Here it comes on 0-2. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Digging in, Minnie Minoso. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. For the current campaign, Minoso begins play with a slugging percentage north of .525. Certainly a line he can take pride in. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the third strike, and the inning is over. White Sox pick up just the one. Last half of the fifth coming up. White Sox on top, 7-4. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and that'll bring up the switch-hitting shortstop, Jorge Polanco.
Jorge Polanco.
First pitch on its way. And he popped him up, drifting back behind first. Durham will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone.
Now back.
So it's back to the top of the order now. And that brings in the center fielder, Torrey Hunter. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch. Taken, but called a strike.
There's a slogan that's throwing too many strikes. That might be the case for this guy in this outing right here. So far, not pitching all that well, but 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch. This is line to left. Minoso is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
So 2 are gone in the Twins' half of the 5th, and that'll bring up the power-hitting second baseman Brian Dozier. First delivery to him on the way. Sent on the ground, but right into the shift. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Down go the Twins in order. They're on the short end of a 7-4 score. So striding forward now, Aaron Rowan.
The center fielder, Aaron.
Here comes the first pitch. Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike 1. Oh, and he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. The throw to first is in time, 1 down. Now at the plate, A.J. Pierzynski. First pitch coming. Here it is. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Jose Valentin is in for the 3rd time here as he watches one that misses low. It's a ball and no strikes. Hit hard to short. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dealer, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Ray Durham is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. The 1-0.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
2-0 pitch on the way.
Hey, you get 2-0, your eyes light up, but you're sitting in one spot and he obviously didn't get it right there. But he still finds himself in a 2-1 count, ready to do some damage.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Todd Frazier would be next. Now a look to first by Liriano. In there, and it's full 3-2.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
On the ground to the right side. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. But they'll still manage to get the out on the force, and with that fine play, the inning comes to an end. A man left for the White Sox. They hold a 7-4 lead. Roy Seaver will stand in, and as he does, we'll flash you back to the first inning of the ball game. A 3-run shot had him off and running right out of the gate. Now here it comes. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Fouled off. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Center fielder giving chase, but he won't get to it, and this should put him in scoring position to start the inning. And the Twins have something brewing right away. It's a leadoff double. Well, it's always daunting to know that you've got to deal with the 3, 4, 5 hitters to start out an inning, but even more so when the 3 hitter starts it out with a double.
Yeah, he's going to have to start making some good pitches to get out of this thing. Job number 1 is to get the next guy, and ideally you keep him from advancing the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Max Kepler is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
And he fouls this one off. A runner at second, nobody out. On a line to shortstop, and it got there so quickly the runner didn't get very far from the bag. They settled with just the 1 out.
Number 4, Bob Allison.
Ready for another chance? Bob Allison. He's set, and the pitch. And that misses inside 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. The 1-1. This one's down to third. Throw to Thomas is in time for the out. Now to the plate, Gary Coyote. Runner in scoring position with Sugan.
Coyote.
First pitch on its way. Strike taken up in the zone. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And foul, though it had the home run distance. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Frazier's up with it. Throw onto the big target if Frank Thomas will take care of him, and that will end the inning. Twins wind up stranding one. They're on the short end of a 7-4 score. Here's Todd Frazier now.
Leading off for the White Sox, the third baseman, Todd Frazier.
First delivery to him on the way. On the corner at the knees, 0-1. Now here's the pitch. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. Fouled away. Another one sent foul. Fly ball out toward left center field. Hunter's got a read on it. He's got it one away.
The first baseman,
Up next for Chicago, Frank Thomas. He homered back in the third inning in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Popped him up. Seaver is there for it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting.
And now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Jermaine Dye. Here's the first pitch to him. And a slider tails outside for ball 1. Swing and a line drive. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get it triple.
Yeah, you said it, D-Row. That's one of those that's either got to hit right down the line or one of those tweeners in the gap. He has enough speed, so if he can find a gap or find one down the line, maybe he can do it, and he's going to at least get one more at bat in this one.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And this one's in the dirt. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. 2 out with the man at first. Fastball just a bit low here. He's behind 2-0 now. Too high. And it's 3-0.
It's amazing how quick an inning can get away from you. You're cruising. First 2 outs are super quick. Little single happens, and now you're down 3-0 with the chance of maybe a little 2-out lightning happening.
From the belt, kicks and deals. 3-1.
Hey, pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. White Sox lead 1. They hold a 7-4 lead. Leading off the inning, Tony Olivo, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Looking up is the right fielder. And that's a home run into the top tank. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Third home run for him on the year, and that lead is trimmed to 7-5 here. So now the White Sox manager will slowly make his way toward the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. He'll work a total of 6 innings here. Not his greatest work, but he is in line for the W. Lucas Giolito will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year.
Lucas Giolito.
Into the box, Joe Mauer. A shot to second base and handled for the first out.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Jorge.
Ready for another shot now. Jorge Polanco, 0 for 2. He's flown out twice. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. And it's fouled away. Giolito is pretty much a manager's dream coming out of the bullpen. High strikeouts, doesn't walk a lot of batters, usually a recipe for a lot of success.
Oh, that's one of the keys. I think if you were to build a perfect relief pitcher, you'd want a guy that throws a lot of strikes, that minimizes the base on balls, and nobody does it as good as this guy does right now in the game of baseball.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Torrey Hunter is working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And a high strike there, 0-1. And that's cut on and missed by Hunter as he falls behind 0-2 now.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour. But it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there.
Fouled off. The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Count 1 and 2.
Good pitch right there with the bases empty. Why not take a shot? Throw that breaking ball in the dirt and see if he'll chase after it.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Slider swung on and grounded toward short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Twins do draw closer, however, and they do it via the solo home run. 7 complete here tonight. It's the White Sox 7 and the Twins 5. Carmelo Purcell has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 17, Carmelo Purcell.
Into the box now, Minnie Minoso. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Off to the White Sox, the left fielder, number 9.
Now the pitch.
Yeah, he made up his mind early to take the first pitch because that thing was right down the middle.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And the White Sox get something going here. It's a leadoff double.
He just tattoos this ball right here. Tried to sneak a fastball in on him? No way. Drives it to deep left center field gap, and that was a nice job to get the barrel around in time to score that baby up.
Into the box now, Aaron Rowan, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Purcell, 28 years old. He's in year 1 of a new 3-year deal. Oh, 1, here's the pitch.
Ball, that's it.
Not a bad spot to miss right there. Much rather have it run inside than out over the plate where the hitter can do a lot of damage.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. High in the air out towards shallow right. Olivo is in a few steps as he takes it for the first out. Ready once again, A.J. Pierzynski. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch on its way.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. Well struck, but foul over by the coaching box.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
So now to the plate, Jose Valentin. And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center. Allison is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. A man left for the White Sox. They lead it 7-5. Hoyt Wilhelm is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 26, Hoyt Wilhelm.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Brian Dozier.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Outfield in the no doubles defense. Now the first pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Dye has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Roy Seaver. Here's the first pitch to him. Now the 1-0. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Now it'll be the Minnesota DH, Max Kepler, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First pitch on its way. A bouncer up the middle, right to him. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So they go down without a whimper here. We've played 8 full. It's the White Sox 7 and the Twins 5. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Ray Durham, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0.
Yeah.
Heading out towards shallow right. Long run for the right fielder. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Todd.
Ready now, Todd Frazier. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Well, if you could throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. 1 out, nobody on. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Digging for second goes Frazier. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
And this might be the kind of AB that gets him out of that slump. Smart hitting here, just going with the pitch, using the whole field instead of trying to do too much. The results speak for themselves.
At the plate, Frank Thomas. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. A couple of RBIs for him already, and a chance for more here. The 1-0. A bouncer to the left side, reined in, and there are 2 away now. Standing in, Jermaine Dye, and he's got a shot at history here, but he'll need a triple to complete the cycle. From the stretch, ball 1.
Ball 1, no play.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Now the 2-0 home. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Back goes Hunter. And off the batter's eye for a home run. An impressive shot to dead center field. 2-run shot to straightaway center. His 2nd home run of the game as they open up a 4-run lead.
Boy, you've got to love seeing a team that's never satisfied. They were up, but they've extended the lead to an even more comfortable 4-run margin. Going to be tough to come back from this one.
To the plate now, Jose Abreu. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. The windup and the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
You know, it's great to be patient, make a pitcher work and all that stuff to try to get walks, but you have to be ready to hit. And that was a really hittable pitch, and now you've got to deal with an 0-2 count.
The 1-2. Shoots this one to first, but a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. 2 in the inning for the Sox, however. They come on this 2-run home run. Last chance coming up here for the Twins. It's the White Sox 9 and the Twins 5. Striding in to start the 9th, Bob Allison, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Bob Allison.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Inside.
And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. 2-0 to the Twins left fielder. Ball 3.
Well, ball 3, and the Twins would love to get this inning started any way they could to get that leadoff guy on.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And could this be the start? It's a long way back, but the leadoff man is on base to start their final set of at-bats.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Stepping in, Gary Coyote. First pitch coming. Here it is. A runner at first with no outs here. Two balls and no strikes.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
2-1 after the foul ball there. From the stretch. Liner towards second, and that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one. So he waited till the 9th inning, but he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close.
Yeah, Matty V, you see that wry smile of him coming out of the box right there. He knew what was on the line. He'd be lying if he did it.
There's a lot of pressure on him because you're walking into that batter's box thinking, I have a nice streak going, and this is more than likely going to be my last AB. He comes through in the clutch.
Keith Folk takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. The next twin up, Tony Olivo. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
First and second here with nobody out. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, tying run on deck. He should get something really good to hit right here in a 3-1 count. I'd be sitting on a fastball middle in.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Line to the right side. Dye is there, and he has it for the out. And he'll indeed move up 90 feet, putting runners at the corners now with 1 away.
We'll see if moving up to third pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go for third, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a hit.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Joe Mauer. First pitch on its way. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone.
And now with first and third, 1 out, a lot can happen here. This at bat could really determine the whole course of the rest of this inning.
And that's in there for his strike 1-1.
Wow, I can't believe the hitter took that one. The pitcher absolutely got away with a hanger.
1-2 to the Twins catcher.
Can't come out of his game plan right here. He knows he's a known sinker baller. I know it was a 4-seamer right there, but get back to that 2-seam. It's what his MO is.
ground ball sent back up the middle. Step on the bag for one. On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
4 wins in a row for these guys, and I'm sure they're feeling pretty good about themselves. We'll see how long they can keep this up.
This one comes to a close with a 9-5 final. The Chicago White Sox get their division-leading 30th win of the year. Wood earns his 6th winning decision in this one. Bert Blyleven was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. Keith Folk records the save, his 13th of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious White Sox, 9 runs on 13 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Twins, 5 runs, 8 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 39 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.